Raider Nation, what's good with you, man? It's your boy. I know it's been a minute, but I'm back. So we got some action. So we got some stuff to finally talk about. So we're gonna talk about it. What is up, guys? Back for another Saturday morning. I know it's been a while, been a long time, but we back. Glad to have everything kicking off. Glad to have football back going. It had literally started, and I was unaware. I was definitely unaware. So this was the first time that I missed the Hall of Fame game. And I had no idea that it was even on until I want to say I woke up in the morning and I seen the highlights. And usually I'm on it. Like I'm pretty, tuned in to the NFL. But yeah, I missed it, man. And it was crazy because it got ended short, storm and all that kind of stuff going on. But yeah, um, so that means that next week, I think it's the 10th, we get it in with the Vikings. So we're ready for that. Sorry, we're having a little back and forth battle. August 10th, we dance with those Vikings. Can't wait. It's coming. As you can see, the cat, greetings. Yeah, just glad to be here, man. Glad to be back in the morning. It's early. It's early, I know for everybody, but we here. I got some good news, bad news, all that kind of stuff. But let me see. We'll start with the good news and we'll get into the, not so good news. But so I got promoted at my job. So I'm a lead care manager now with the enhanced care management team. So it's cool. I get to help people it's doing kind of the same work, networking for our clients and stuff like that. Taking care of doctor's appointments, making sure they have their medications, doing, med recs, all that kind of stuff. But, it's really cool. I started off, I was just a simple program aide, just helping out in the day room. And the people there, they seen something in me and they gave me a chance. This is my third promotion since I've been there. So shout to them. Stepping Stone Health Center, San Francisco. We have a couple centers across the San Francisco. We have Golden Gate, we have Mabini, and we have Mission Creek. If you guys have anyone in the San Francisco area that is in need of adult daycare, it's definitely, I can vouch for this facility being a group of people that really care about their participants and clients and just people in general. Ever since I've got there, I've never, usually there's somebody at a job that you don't like. I've yet to find that person yet. They're really good people, really good hearted people. Everyone helps each other. We got a great nursing staff that always takes good care of the clients. So shout to them. Like I said, I started program aid, then they made me a activities coordinator for the dementia table. So I got to work with the Alzheimer's and dementia table, which was a good experience. Got to learn a lot. Got to, meet a lot of just beautiful people, man. Like just it's as they get older and as the dementia kind of, sets in and kind of you see them, kind of start to fade from the person that, we all kind of grew up knowing and stuff like that. And it's kind of hard, seeing them kind of really deteriorate in front of your eyes. But it's a great program. We like to provide a lot of activities that stimulate the participants and keep them active. Because if they're sitting at home or sitting in a nursing home or something like that, they're not really getting the attention they need. So we provide games, brain teasers, all kind of activities like trivia, music, even dance class too, to keep everyone involved and keep them stimulated, and it's good for their mental health. So, definitely proud of the place I work at, Stepping Stone. Shout to them, for believing in me for one, and just, it's true, man. Hard work does pay off because it's a grind. It's a grind every day. Like you're fighting for people that pretty much can't fight for themselves. So, and it's like that's the Raider way, So it's been a good week, definitely. I couldn't let it set in because you know how it is. Like you can't really celebrate something while you're still kind of at work and there's still work to do. Because what it felt like was Kobe when they're like, Kobe, you don't seem too excited. You know what I'm saying about he's like, what am I excited for? Job's not done. So that's how I feel. Because there's work to do, and it's not like I've got to anywhere where I could just say, oh, okay, I'm cool. I don't need to do nothing now. I'm good. No, I'm always looking for that next step, that next jump. So what I like to do is master the position I'm at. And before I guess I get bored with, what I'm doing, I like to challenge myself and go to that next step. So, here we are. And it's cool. It's just learning to, because for me, my career was more like I worked more in the streets, like more in the navigational centers, restaurants, stuff like that. But this is more of the clinical side of it. So, we're dealing with more medical medicines and, coordination of that kind of care. So, it's a good learning experience. Rest in peace. My mother always wanted me to be in the nursing, field. So this is kind of like that. So we kind of got what she wanted. But it's a good opportunity. I definitely love the work we do, and excited for the opportunity to to do this thing, man. But challenges come throughout life, guys, and if there's anything you don't know about Raider Nation Jason, he is a fighter. And so got some news from my doctor that guys, I got the sugars. You know what I mean? I got the but it's at the very early stage, right? So I'm fighting it. You know what I mean? They want to do, try to give me medications and all this kind of stuff, but man, nah, we fighting this thing. So I'm gonna see if I can reverse it, man. I got like 3 months to kind of change my lifestyle, change my ways, and see if we can turn this thing around. So, and it's about that time too. I'm excited. I love a challenge. So let's do it. So we're gonna face this thing. So guys, eat healthy. Please eat healthy. I used to be I've flip-flopped a little bit from healthy eating to binge snacking, all this kind of stuff. But I am on a mission to turn this thing around. Because I mean, it's tough because we work. See, the cool thing about it is we work with a lot of people that have certain things like diabetes, living with different conditions, and my job is to promote better health and to give them alternative options and keep them up to date with like the technology we have now, things that can make their life better and help them live better. So now I got to take care of myself. I'm doing all this running around, all this kind of stuff, helping other people, but I am the type of person I like to lead by example. I might not be the best vocal leader, but I will be the best example that you will see. Because I just know how to do it, man. We could talk about it, but talking about it doesn't do it. You know, so yeah, so it was kind of when I first kind of got the news, it kind of hit me for a few days, but then when I was talking to the doctor, she kind of gave me what I needed, and that was because she kind of slipped up and said basically, it's borderline. You know what I mean? So if we're borderline, that means there's a chance we can, what I mean, we can get there. You know what I mean? So we are gonna fight. Like I have to change a lot because some of my favorite things to eat, burgers, right? I love my bacon avocado cheeseburgers. Love them. I love my what you call it, super burritos, steak, uh, steak burritos and stuff like that. Like the tortillas, the bread, and all this kind of stuff is some of the worst for you. So but I am exploring these different options, different health options of lettuce wrap. So my girl's never been to In-N-Out Burger because she's from AZ, and it's kind of limited with the In-N-Outs, right? So we're gonna go to In-N-Out later today, and so today we get to explore the what you call it, onion wrapped and the lettuce wrap. We might even do tomato wrap. You know what I mean? Just to judge them all, but yeah, lifestyle changes, man. But it's in a good time because we have football season right here in front of us. Thank you guys for getting through this with us. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys have been, very faithful, very, what I mean, like supportive, what I mean, just with the comments, the likes, the subscribes, what I'm saying? So like appreciate you guys and people like so, like us talked about on the show. A lot of people wanted to know about the collection, so I've had people hit me up, but I never kind of got into it, never either didn't wake up on time to get everything, but yeah, I've acquired a cool little collection of just autographed memorabilia and stuff like that. And yes, I will share with you guys today. I'm gonna just kind of tell some stories because some of them were there's kind of different stories for each one. So let me see where we start. Let's start here. In fact, yeah, let's start here. Let's start hot. So one of my favorites of the collection, because he was one of my favorite players, defensive dogs. Like if you want to talk about a dog, this man was a dog. So we got the Baltimore. Let me see. Let me pull that. Pull that thing out. All right. So we got the Baltimore Ravens, and we got Sugar Ray Lewis, man. Not bad. Ooh, with the 5 deuce. Oh, my bad. Sorry, guys. It's a little early, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, there we go. Yeah, we got that. Yeah, so Ray Lewis was definitely one of my favorite players. Just did not stop. You could see the fear in the offense's eyes whenever he was on the field. Quarterback's nightmare. And I love how he played the game. He played it the way he played it. He played it physical, the way the game should be played. You know what I mean? Because it is, it's not a dance. It's not a ballerina. You know. But yeah, that was definitely one of my definite favorites. I wish it was a large full size helmet, but you can only get what you got. So I'll throw this one in. I ain't gonna slight this one. So A's game, you feel me? No signatures yet. You know what I'm saying? Nacho bowl. You know what I'm saying? The nachos were fire too. But yeah, that's that it's just a bonus. And it's just a shout to the A's, man. Kind of bummed they're going to Vegas, but it is what it is. We've seen this before, haven't we? All right. Okay. So this one is the Texans. So in 2006, the number 1 draft pick, Mario Williams from the Houston Texans, excuse me. Ooh. Oh, we got Alpha Cassie in the building. Yep. join somebody to the group, guys. Salute, salute, my friend. Salute.
What's going on,
Oh man, we're just
Jason?
doing a little show and tell. Just little little soft little showcase. What's going on with you?
I was actually about to go to bed, but figured I'll come pull up just
Man,
before I sleep time. So
man, definitely.
yeah, everyone in the chat, how are we all? Whose jersey is that? Is that Jacobs or Latavius?
Oh, that's Jacobs. Yeah, I thought this was gonna be a different style of jersey because when I ordered it, it looked different on the website. I think it was Poshmark, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it looked dope. It was, and there was one that was like a black and with it had weird gold trim. It was supposed to be like a Super Bowl edition or whatever, but yeah, it didn't come to me the way it was. So
I like the look of that one. That's
appreciate it.
very
I,
unique.
I wish we would go to something like that too, like incorporate that silver into the mix.
Is that bootleg or is that real?
Oh, I mean, it says it's Nike, but I mean, to be honest, guys, I don't think it really. I think that might have been a little sew up. But yeah, I got it from Poshmark, and I think they might be doing their own custom work. But shout to Poshmark, all together. But yes, sir. Yeah,
Gotcha.
I was doing like a little showcase, but yeah, I'm glad you're here. So we can talk a little ball. We can get to the, showcase in a second.
A few helmets you got there that aren't Raiders.
Yeah, let me see. I think it's four altogether. Yeah. I got the Houston Texans. You remember Mario Williams,
Yeah,
2006 number 1 draft?
yeah.
Jamar Chase, of course, we all know.
Mario Williams was part of that 2011 team that we played post Al Davis.
Yeah, and beat
He was one of the better defensive ends in the league. I remember him.
that was the Charles Woodson interception ending.
Michael Huff,
Oh, was it Michael Huff? My bad. The 2-4.
2-4.
Yeah. Yeah, we got Jamar Chase. This is actually a cool one too. I thought was cool too. I hope he does better, and does great things. So this will be really, worth a lot. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I know non-Raider, but definitely, definitely cool. So one of the Raider helmets I traded a Brandon Marshall. It was a dope like speed flex with the visor, all that kind of stuff. But it's to whoever is a Brandon Marshall fan, that's a great thing. But me, I am not. So yeah, I traded that one for a Marcus Allen, and then I traded what was it for the for I know this will sound crazy to some, but the what's his name? Oh, Harrison. The Harrison for the Steelers. I
Oh, that
traded
guy.
I traded for a
Jerome Harrison, is that his name?
for what is it? Almost said
Jerome
Rodney.
Love
Uh
Harrison.
yeah, what was it? Was it Jerome? No.
Is he the linebacker that like is basically a highlight reel of all the hits he
Oh
pretty
yeah,
much
that's
like
92.
cuss people with?
Yeah, that's him. He was a beast too. I like the helmet was cool, but I ended up getting the Bo Jackson for it. My bad. I was trying to think which one did I get? Yeah, the Bo Jackson. Yeah, I traded the that one for the Bo Jackson. Which I thought was a good deal because I was trying to get, Raider, because I was doing like the auctions and stuff like that, trying to, get all these different ones.
Right.
And it's tough, man. Like it's trying to, especially to get, Raiders specific stuff. But some people value other things more than others. So
It's James Harrison.
James here,
James
there
Harrison.
you go. Yeah, he was
Talk about a guy who had the mentality of a Raider. Like that
yeah,
guy should
yeah,
have been a,
yeah.
a Raider. You know
He
what I
was
mean?
he was no BS either. He was no BS. He was strictly the straight football.
Oh, that dude was a Jack Tatum kind of hitman. You know what I mean? Like basically the linebacker version of the assassin. You know what I mean? Like that guy. Like I said, he's got a highlight reel of hits that gave players concussions, whether they were legal or illegal. And I think during that mid 2000s, like he was basically the one who, like, they ushered in new rules to make it even more penalized when it comes to like defense. No, he was the one who kind of ushered in the defenseless receiver rule.
The high
Uh,
low when they were hitting people high and then low.
or more that, like, because what he was doing was when players were catching the ball and turning to run, even though they've caught the ball, they had the ball in hand.
Mhm.
He was timing it so like they would turn the body and he would already be there and just
Boom.
basically lights out, smack them so they hit
Drop
the
back.
ground and they'd fumble the
Yeah.
ball. You know what I mean? And it started to get heavily flagged, and then it was after that they started to really regulate the defenseless receiver rule. Back in the mid 2010s when he was around. So yeah.
Definitely. I'm gonna talk since I got you on because I know you're tired and everything too, man. Um I bet Harbaugh is second guessing his decision to choose that Chargers job. So we got Justin Herbert already hurting.
Good.
And which is, the timing of it couldn't be any better because it's borderline for him to be ready for week 1 because we're already starting, preseason. So he's going to be in the boot for 2 weeks, and then he's got 2 weeks to prep for the opener. So I mean, it just advantage us. That's definitely a good start for us. Hopefully we can put up at least 50 this time. We might not put 60 this time, but it's possible. Because how it is when you start the first game, everyone's fired up, everyone's, what I'm saying? Like it could be a blowout. I feel like it's gonna be we're gonna put some points up. You know what I mean? It's and especially if they don't have Herbert, we've seen what happened last time that took place. So, but the difference with this team, though, I feel like they have a running game now. You know what I mean? So they were already going to be trying to do a lot of running, but now definitely they will be leaning on the run. So that's going to definitely be something we got to definitely take care of, is that running game.
When do we play them?
Was that September is it 8th or 6th?
Not what the date is, but
Or
is it week 1? Are they
yeah,
our week?
yeah, they are week 1. So that's what I'm saying. This is perfect timing for and then so we could start off strong, 1-0, take it on the road to the Ravens and try to dance with that team. And this could be a good thing. We need to start off hot, though. That's my big thing for this year. If we want to make the playoffs, we got to start off like we did that one season where we started off 3-0. You know what I mean? Where we just just got it done, just found ways to win.
1 week at a time. I mean, focus on the preseason, getting out of that with all our evaluations and what players make the team and what players we cut loose and what players we add to the roster when they have the when the final roster cuts are in, and then you got all these other players on the waiver wire if we're going to pick up players and cut more players, whatever it may be. But like come week 1, I mean, whoever their quarterback is.
Yeah.
Look, Jim Harbaugh's not our coach, so I don't care how he feels. You know what I'm saying? I don't even. There was a lot of speculation, like during the whole coaching process. Like, did we even look at him? I don't think we even looked at him.
I thought they said that was because I think they were. It was pretty much between him and Pierce, but of course they were going to already keep Pierce. But I think if they didn't, for sure, I think Harbaugh would have been definitely the option right there.
I think the mind up was made that Antonio Pierce is always going to be the guy. It was just they were going through their due process of, all right, we'll just, I think there might be a rule that you got to look at this many coaches or whatever it might be. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but whatever. Like, he's not our coach.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I do agree. I think he was, Pierce was going to be the guy for sure. But,
Right.
like, just in case something, didn't, work out, I think they definitely would have tried to see because, Harbaugh started with us too, with his, I think the quarterback coach or whatever, like, starting off.
So is that your prediction for the first game? We're gonna put up
Uh,
50.
yeah, I see, especially if, the way it's looking, like because they might try to because, the thing with his injury is it's gonna be something that it's gonna linger pretty much the whole year. You know what I mean? So basically, I don't see them trying to rush him back just to have him hurting. You know what I mean? I think they might let him try to work himself back slowly, so he might not even play that first game because
Right,
it is what it is. They're not going to try to rush. He is the future. He just got all that money too, so
right.
it's crazy. But yeah,
Well, we gotta worry about our quarterback situation first.
yeah,
It's still I'm not convinced that there's anybody who's taking the bull by the horns. Like you even heard Antonio Pierce make that reference in his latest presser. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still waiting for one of these two guys to make the job their own and take it.
yeah.
So make of that what you will. But
Yeah, I mean, there's practice players and then there's game time players. You know what I'm saying? Like
right,
I believe Aiden's going to be a game time player. You know what I mean? It's like while it's good to fine tune and everything like that. I like how he responded this last practice. You know what I mean? They said instead of him pretty much taking the underneath and all that, he was trying to hit all the deep routes, trying to connect. So him being aggressive, because maybe like they were saying, maybe somebody pissed him off, he took that kind of personal and he was like, okay, you know what I mean? Because it's his job to lose at the end of the day. As long as he doesn't get hurt, he's gonna be the guy. You know what I mean? Because it just works out that way. You know what I mean? Because Minshew was always meant to be the second, the plan B. You know what I mean? Because it's like we have to see what we have in Aiden. You know what I mean? Because if we don't, we're never gonna know what he's capable of. He was through into the fire last year, did cool, did pretty damn good. Let's see what he does this year, and then we can move on. Then if he's not the guy, then we can move on because we'll know. You know what I mean? And we got Minshew just so we don't lose steam. If anything does happen to Aiden, we could just kind of pick it up. He's been a starter. He almost took his last team to the playoffs. So it just works because it would for everything Aiden did last year to what would we be yanking him for from what he did last year? When it would be like we'd be disciplining him like he pretty much failed us when he was the best quarterback on the roster last year.
I don't think it's Aiden's job to lose. I think the competition's still
Yeah.
open. If it was his job to lose, then we wouldn't be messing around with like chopping and changing like who's taking the ones and who's taking the twos.
Yeah.
And I would be more convinced with the presses from Antonio Pierce's when he's being asked about the quarterback situation, like it's still it's a competition
Yeah.
for a reason
Yeah.
because I don't think it's
Well,
his job
it,
unequivocally, and
I mean,
I think
it had to be, like just like last year, it was a competition between Hoyer and Garoppolo, but it didn't mean that Hoyer was better than Garoppolo or Garoppolo. You know what I mean? It was just that one of those guys had to start. Whoever, when Jimmy was trying to get back from the foot, kind of gave Hoyer kind of a little bit of edge because he was at least healthy. You know what I mean? But not just by talent. You know what I mean? Not by like he wasn't going to be. Hoyer was definitely not going to be our year full starter. Definitely
no,
not.
he wasn't, but there wasn't the competition like in camp I mean. Garoppolo wasn't exactly lighting the house on fire, and we found out pretty quickly
Mhm.
why he wasn't, because he was, as we feared, like if not worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But anyways, to the now.
Mhm.
Um, I'm not convinced that the job is sewed up by Aiden O'Connell as it stands. I think, and I've said this throughout like the whole process of the off season, that like preseason's going to tell the story who's the starter.
Mhm.
Like you're not going to tell me if Gardner Minshew, I'm not saying he's going to, and I'm not saying I want him to. I'm not. I'm partial to either. I've said it many times. Like, I don't care who it is. I just hope that they are the answer, not just for a short time, not just for a good time, but for a long time. You know what I'm saying? A good time and a long time. But like, I'm not convinced that like if Minshew outperforms Aiden O'Connell, it's still going to be Aiden O'Connell's job for me. Like if Gardner Minshew, whoever outperforms the other in preseason, he's going to be the week 1 starter.
Yeah.
Simple as that for me.
Yeah, I see Aiden as the more accurate, you know what I mean? Because if I had to choose, I would pick, Aiden because of his accuracy. Because that's what we heard. Like, I know it was early in camp and stuff like that, but that was the issue with Minshew was his, he could move and stuff like that, but the accuracy wasn't, Aiden kind of had the edge over him there.
Right, but it's to your point. You just said before, like, players play different in practice than they do on the field. All I'm saying is that, like, if Minshew outperforms when it comes game time, you're not convincing me that Aiden O'Connell is going to start day 1.
You really feel? Do you really feel he's going to outdo Aiden though?
I didn't say that.
No. I'm just asking. That's just a question.
To be honest, I don't know.
Yeah. See, I mean,
I don't know, and to be honest, like I haven't watched that much of Gardner Minshew. I've watched little bits here and there, so I'm not gonna judge a player based on what I've heard.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, and that be the full stop. Like, I'm gonna wait and see. Like, I've seen some things and I've heard some things, and I like his grit. I like his heart. But at this end of the day, like, we're gonna get a good sample size what he can do for us preseason. That's what preseason's for, is evaluation. You know what I mean? Seeing what we have in the positions that we're not sure of. You know what I mean? Like, we're still open competition, where our depth is open competition, as well as, like, yeah, of course, you're going to give your first stringers like reps just to kind of shake off the rust, but that's it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to evaluate, say, like, Max Crosby or Malcolm Kuntz or Robert Spillane or Nate Hobbs or a Devontae Adams. You know what I mean? We know what we got in those guys. It's just the only reason they're playing preseason is just to shake off the rust. It's more about the other players and positions. But quarterback is one of them. And I'm going to stand on that it's going to be a competition, and whoever performs best in preseason is going to have that starting job.
Definitely. Yeah, like, let me see. There's been a lot of talk too, like a lot of different things kind of going on this week. Oh, did you get to watch the Hall of Fame game?
No, didn't care.
See, I didn't even know. I usually watch them. Just
the only thing I saw was like the snippets of the new kickoff rule, and that it's not been a popular reaction so far to the new change. But I do remember seeing that rule in place when the XFLs first returned back in 2020, and I from memory, I thought it was kind of entertaining. But I'm going to give it like a season to see how it all unfolds. Like, anything new is kind of like, what the hell, like, with most people. So, but that's my only take from the Hall of Fame game, is seeing snippets of the new kickoff rule. Outside of that, were the Raiders playing? I don't even know who was playing. Exactly. I don't care.
Yeah, I was just excited just at football, because it's, for me, the Hall of Fame game is like the first official sign that football is back. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just like, thank God,
that.
the wait is over. You know what I mean? So yeah, for me, that's just what that signifies. But I missed it, so I guess it didn't mean too much. Yeah, because I didn't even know it was going on, and then I just seen the news in the morning that it had got postponed, or it got ended early or whatever. So I was like,
well, I guess at the end of the day, it's a preseason game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And especially like in the light of right now, we're in the middle of the Olympics.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Anything sport related is going to take a back seat to the Olympics, right?
Yeah. I know I think they're playing right now too. The basketball team is playing USA.
Team USA. Who are they playing?
Yeah. I think what was it? Puerto Rico, I think.
Didn't they beat them back in 2000
Yeah,
when that
yeah,
when the US team shat the bed and came like what? They didn't even win a medal.
yeah, yeah. We fell short that year for sure. Let me see. Oh yeah, here we go. Wondering now which one of Faison, Devin Shore, and Richardson will step up for that fourth spot. Like it's good to hear that um
Jacory Bennett.
Bennett, yeah, is establishing himself as that number two. Because remember, we talked about at the very worst case, we need him to be that fourth DB, because
Right.
if it would just be a waste if he can't, but if hopefully if he could step into that number two spot, which sounds like I like people that play angry. Like after, hearing something say in the media, it just takes them a little bit to get them fired up and for them to try to prove, and I like that. And I like that he's, not taking it laying down. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you could hear it in his presser too. He was like, I don't really listen to all that, but I know he's hearing all the stuff that people are saying, us and just people doubting him and stuff like that. But we need to see it, and I hope that he can, back everything he's saying, because we need him to be that guy. Maybe that's why they didn't move on the DB. We were screaming for a free agent, and they knew something we didn't. So
Right. No, the news from Jacory Bennett's been very pleasing. Seems like he has been making strides in training camps and OTAs and that. And word on the street is that he's been performing quite well and making that number two spot his until proven otherwise. So I'm very pleased with that. Will it translate on the field, and can he maintain that spot being his and make it his own? Time will tell. I hope so. I'm going to be rooting for him. As for the other guys, your other question was who's going to be that next man up, like that dime cornerback, or the next man to in the depth to cover in place of injury, or if one of those other guys, whether it be in the nickel or on the outside, need a breather. Between Faison, Devonshire, and Richardson, I'd say Faison being the veteran if he's healthy. But I really like what I see from both of those other two in Richardson and Devonshire. They both have they were both drafted for their different variety of strengths, if that makes sense. Like DCAM is more the tackle machine, hustle kind of player, but not necessarily. And he's got the speed as well. He's got all the raw attributes, but he didn't prove to be like a playmaker at the catch point, whether it be like disrupting the pass or making an interception back at the collegiate level. But hopefully those are things that can be coached up. But I definitely like his hustle. I like that he's not afraid to tackle and bring players down. So that gives me shades of Nate Hobbs. Whereas Devonshire is more the like the kind of trying to be a playmaker mold, like a Meek Robertson or a TJ Carey, who can also do punt return, like return duties. So he is a threat when he gets the ball in hand. So yeah, like I really do like the two corners we brought in, and it'd be nice to see both of them be able to contribute year one. You know what I mean? As that dime guy or cover guy. You know what I mean? Like in case one of the starters, like I said, go down or need a breather. But
yeah,
I would say face on until proven otherwise. But you never know. Like remember back in 2021, the year we drafted Nate Hobbs, like nobody was talking about him. He was an afterthought. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, well, depth guy. If he makes the roster, whatever. If he doesn't, no big deal. But remember his first preseason, he was making plays all over the damn place. And after his rookie year, like, he was a bona fide starter. So if one of these two can emerge like that, that'd be a big win. But as it stands, I'd say Brennan Faison, and salute to you, Rebel. I see you in the building, and demons.
Yeah, it reminds me of the situation when we had DHB, Murphy, and Denarius Moore, and we expected we were hoping DHB was, of course he was drafted higher, all that, but it ended up
Right,
being Denarius Moore. You know what I mean? Out of
right.
everybody. So one of these guys is going to step up. If it's, I hope it's face on too, because when he was with us, the last time, the first, first trip around, he was, I think he was taking all
2022.
yeah, he was taking all the number one wide receivers and stuff like that, and doing pretty, for what we had, because we were injured.
Right.
That was the year we were really banged up.
Yeah, we signed him, I believe, past the halfway point due to
Mhm,
his ties to Gus Bradley, and
mhm.
like results were mixed. I mean, he took his licks, but also there was times when he did okay. You know what I mean? For a guy we
Playoff.
signed off the street, you know what I mean? That was the playoff year.
Mhm.
Um, uh, he just like I don't know if I've seen him on the field since then. Like he's been on our
Yeah,
roster. Like what? Like we cut him, then we re-sign him, or
yeah.
just let him like test free agency. And
Mhm.
he's been on our roster last year, but did he see the field? I don't think he did. I think he was injured, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was injured. I think he got injured at the beginning of was it camp or something like that? And then remember, we
Right.
we were just waiting for him to come back, and he never came. He
He never
never
did.
came. Yeah,
Right. Well,
yeah,
we'll see. Like I'm sure all three of these guys, if they're healthy, are gonna do their part to some degree.
yeah. This is kind of what I'm worried about. Really, kind of the most is our line right now with the O line, because our D line's perfect. All right, we can't get no better with the D line. But with our O line, it's crazy because it's like, remember, the left side used to be our strong side. Now the left side's all messed up for right now. And then we're still trying to sort out the new guys on the right on the right side. So, you know,
Right.
it's just like, here we are again. Here we are at where we were.
Well, better now than when we're actually in the middle of football season, right?
Yeah. At least healthy.
At least this is a good chance to test the depth guys and see what they have like running with the ones and that. But on the positive, I've heard some really good feedback from Delmar Glaze taking snaps with the first team. So that's a positive. It's actually it was actually one of the stories of the day. I think 2 days ago was how well DJ Glaze was holding his own, especially against the name is there, Max Crosby.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Did you hear the day after report? Like that next day after that report?
what would that be?
Max gave DJ Glaze the business after that.
No,
Like he was getting disrespectful with the with the media. You know what I'm saying? Like just letting them know that you
right.
know Glaze ain't
Well,
stopping
look,
that.
Max he's all world Max. So like,
Yeah.
it's no disgrace for a rookie to get given the business. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
this is iron sharpening iron kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Remember last year it was Mayor. He was giving Mayor that.
right? You know what I mean? Like, there's
Yeah.
no disgrace in that. Like, I mean, like he's one of the best top three, top four defensive ends, well, even defensive players in general in the league. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, these guys are rookies.
Yeah.
Welcome to the NFL, rook. But like, you know, they're at least showing some fight. Like, they're gonna take their licks. You know what I mean? Careful now, going down the wrong tube. Water.
Mm.
Right,
Whew. Yeah. Thank you.
wrong tube.
Yeah. Every time I was like, let me just get one in real quick, and then that'd be the one. Yeah, back at it. Thank you, sir. Yep. So yeah, it's good to see, at least because that was one of our That was one of the ones we questioned was DJ Glaze out of our draft picks.
Right. He was what the most head scratching one. Your
Yeah,
fan
so
in the chat feeds like save him.
man, I'm gonna need CPR. I'm gonna so hopefully the cats will come and rescue me. But shout out to everybody too in the chat too, guys.
I could see that like one of your cats doing one of those leaping kind of
Yeah, yeah.
cross bodies like they did in the last live when they were wrestling. If they
I heard,
need to give you CPR.
I got them in anger management right now. They've been just kind of tussling, and they're just ready for football, man.
Ready for football.
Ready to put the pads on and kind of get it in. Diminished salute.
But like I do I like what we have in the offensive line room. Not ideal that we've had guys like Powers Johnson and Colton Miller missing game time. Well, not even game time, like missing out on practice because of the injury, and even Thayer Mumford having to walk off because he had like something. He had like an injury to his hand or something. And I'm hoping none of these long term and will seep into the regular season, but we will see.
Yeah, that sucked too. And then I think yesterday, I don't know if that was yesterday or the day before, I heard that Devontae left practice early, from what I heard.
I see Raider Rebel's comment about shoving Mumford to left and Glaze at right.
Let me see.
I think the move probably wouldn't it be Andres Peak putting him at left and then I don't know, keeping Mumford at right.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy because it's we got to shuffle that thing around, but
Right.
I would say so because he's a vet, he's been there, and if he
Right.
lets you, got to kind of teach.
That'd be pretty scary though. Having like, look, as much as Pete is on the downside of his career, like I'd be more comfortable if we are missing Colton Miller, having Pete and Mumford as our starters on the outside rather than DJ Glaze and Mumford. You know what I mean? Like they're both like I'm high on Mumford and I have confidence in him being the guy at right, but that's two guys who haven't established themselves in the NFL yet, starting for us on the tackles. That's
scary.
That's scary.
Especially when you got Khalil Mack and you got Bosa, you know what I mean?
Even further to my point.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know, man. But, like to that point though, like now that I think about it, Mumford did well in that big blowout game at left tackle. Remember, he was covering Miller at injury. So I guess there is that. But yeah, I don't know. Like it's still a scary thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because JPJ was out for a minute. He's like he said, he's coming back this week. And I feel like if they play, they're good, but if they're not on the field, man, it's like we're right back where we, right back where we started at. So, and then the big thing for me in the line is for one, protecting our QB, but opening up for our already questionable running back group. You know what I mean? Like we got Zamir, but we still need those holes to be big, man, for him to be able to do his thing. So I'm hoping he can develop where he can, bust those 20-yarders and really get downfield where it's not just 4 here, 5 here, 4, you know what I mean? Like we need him to break some runs.
Rebel, I get what you're saying. Like, with preseason, like give it a chance to evaluate, like, putting him on the outside or throwing Mumford back at left. We already know that he can do the job in a pinch because he did it last year. But like, if we're pegging him to be our starter at right, I want him to concentrate on that and make it his own. Like concentrate on the right tackle position, establish yourself there, and be that right tackle answer that we've been looking for forever now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we haven't had a homegrown young guy establish that right tackle position as their own. The only guy who has established the right tackle position for a little while was Trent Brown, and even that was a problem in itself. Every other guy since I have been a fan, it has been a turnstile of guys who were either mediocre, was all right for a minute, or just downright shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, give me one name who established himself since
yeah.
what 2009 on
Man,
that
that
right
I
side,
was I
and
was gonna
I'm
say
hoping
that last group of that Gruden traded away with Rodney Hudson, and that was our last like pretty decent line.
yeah, but that was every other position
Mm,
except for the right tackle.
yeah.
Remember Donald Penn,
Yeah,
Kalichi
yeah,
Assembly, Rodney
yeah.
Hudson, and Gabe Jackson. That was every other spot on that offensive line. We had that star-studded
Mhm.
offensive line. We were, rotating Austin Howard and Menelik Watson during those
Mhm.
those glory years of 2016. You know what I mean? Where we had that star-studded line. So again, to my point, like, you know what I mean? Like, if Thayer Mumford can finally, I mean, can he finally be the answer? You know what I mean? Like, be the guy. I mean,
Yeah,
shit. Like, name a guy who's established himself at right tackle. You know, my knowledge is a little hazy between 2000 and 2008, but like Lincoln Kennedy was the last. Like, was there a guy in between then and 2009? That's
like
going
you
back. That's
said,
2 decades. Shit.
Penn was the last one I remember because I remember he was our solid, and then but he was like towards the end he was injured, and we didn't have him for like
He
a lot
was
of that.
garbage at right.
Yeah,
We put him at right in 2018, was it? Yes, 2018,
yeah,
because that was the year we drafted Colton,
yeah,
and he was garbage. He was a great Raider at left, but at right tackle, you know what I mean? Like, you know,
yeah,
I mean, think of it like writing a pen. Like, it's not every player like can play both sides. Just because you're good on the left side,
mhm,
which is where he made his bones,
yeah,
doesn't automatically mean he's going to be that as good on the right side, because he
yeah,
wasn't.
yeah,
Granted, he was the downside of his career, but like, I think of it like writing on a piece of paper. Like, we write with our, I don't
mhm,
know what handed you are, but I'm a right
yeah,
hander, so I can write
yeah,
pretty well with my right.
yeah,
I switch over to left.
yeah,
It's like I'm a second grader again. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. I ended up breaking my hand and ended up having to do everything with my dang left hand, which was it sucked, but it was crazy experience.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I definitely know what you mean.
Uh, uh, yeah. If Thayer Mumford's the guy at right and he's healthy and fit, like, look, let one of these other cats, like we brought in Andres Pete. Like, yeah, he might have been given the business in camp, but like, leave Thayer Mumford where he is, and let these other cats like sort out that left side. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's why we stacked up all these weapons. Maybe they knew our line was a work in progress. So at least we need to get that ball out quick because we definitely got the weapons. That's the thing. If we can get whoever's back there, if we can get them time, we got the weapons with Bauer, with Brock, being everything that they're saying that he is, you know what I mean? Like that's
Right.
sounding good. Cause I mean, it's overshadowing Michael Mayer, but Michael Mayer is a great tight end in itself. You know what I mean? It's like he's getting kind of shadowed by Brock because Brock's been, doing this thing in camp. But I think for us, this is a great thing because I mean that just adds another element to the game, man. Like with us having two solid tight ends, with our two solid wide receivers, and then hoping someone else steps up in the mix, like Tucker, but that was my thing for Tucker too, was what I've been hearing is like the drops. That's the only thing. That's why I'm kind of tired of us going the Trey Tucker. What's the other guy? He's kind of oh goodness, he's small, kind of like that. It's like Trey Tucker, and then there's
Are you talking about currently, or
yeah, he was 19.
oh, you talking about DJ Turner?
DJ Turner. Yeah, like me personally, I would rather a bigger wide receiver. I like a bigger target for the quarterback. It's like the little guys. I mean, little guys, little hands. You know what I mean? Like their speed is cool, but it's like you have to get them in space. You have to get, it's like, but you need a big target that can go across the middle and, can do everything like as If you got Trey Tucker stretching stuff out, you got, Devontae eating up everything. Pretty much he could do wherever. You got Jacoby, pretty much a possession receiver. And it's like you need some. I just like size. I don't like these little small receivers. I really don't. But that's just me personally. That's just my personal thing. But
Well, there's a lot to like with Tucker and as you know, DJ Turner is my guy. You know what I mean? But those guys are like they're your situational role rotational depth wide receivers. They're never going to be the guy or even wide receiver number 2 until proven otherwise.
Yeah.
But like with the tight end group, like you're calling Michael Mayer great, like he's a good prospect, a great prospect maybe, but like I wouldn't call him great yet. You know what I mean? Like he hasn't established himself. He, to me, from a production standpoint, had an underwhelming rookie season. So he's, well, basically him and Bowers. Like you can say Bowers, but like with it's surely on paper it's going to work out. You know what I mean? Like and Bowers is just advertised by the news from camp. You know what I mean? Like it should be just a matter of time before it translates itself onto the field. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna have to take my dog out in a minute. But
yeah, for sure.
The point is that like I'm just staying reserved by crowning these these tight ends at the moment because they haven't established themselves at the NFL level yet. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna pump my brakes until I see it actually translate on the field. I'm confident it's going to happen with at least one of these guys, especially Brock Bowers. But I do want to see Michael Mayer elevate. You know what I mean? Like to me, like I said, I was underwhelmed by his production in his rookie year.
Yeah.
I want to see a little bit better from him. I'll be right back.
So yeah, for sure. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, let me see. As we were going through the collection, let me see. So we'll get back. Like I said, the Jamar Chase, definitely one of my favorites. One of my favorite non-Raiders. So I'm gonna get to the non-Raiders. And then this Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner signed Arizona Cardinal helmet. It was the I forgot what red it was, but yeah. Yeah, this one actually is my girl's because she's a Cardinal fan, so I gifted her this one, but so this is part of her collection. And so now we get to the good stuff. Okay, like I was telling the story about that too. So I traded a Rodney Harrison. I mean, not Rodney Harrison, excuse me. James Harrison helmet. It was a Steelers. It wasn't even it was like the replica, but I got the full size, real deal Bo Jackson. Definitely one of my favorites. Love Bo. You know what I'm saying? Like, wish his career was longer. Hate that happened to him, but definitely could have been one of the greatest of all time. Even though he still was, you know what I mean? But definitely could have. Definitely been great. All right. This one, actually, I'm gifting this one to somebody. I think we talked about this, but Bill Romanowski. He played with us for a short while, but a dog. Definitely a beast. Not one to be messed with. The Romo Cup. Let's see. Yep. Definitely. And this one I like. It's kind of a darker silver, if you could tell. But yeah, definitely cool. Full size, bam. You know what I mean? Love this one. I loved Romanowski as a Raider. Hated him as a Bronco, but respected him as a football player. Bam. Okay. So we have this one's a little lighter, but this is the Marcus Allen. Marcus Allen, I traded for a Brandon Marshall. There's a Brandon Marshall helmet. Chicago. No. Yeah. Chicago Bears. Like it was a white, kind of multicolor. Like the almost like chameleon color, but it was pretty cool. But it's a Bears. At the end of the day. So, but yeah. So traded that one for this one. Definitely won that. So, yep, I was stacking up, man. I was trying to get as many as possible, just to add to the collection. Because, like I said, I love sports. I love, the memorabilia side of it. This allows me to do the giveaways and stuff like that too. So, as we were going down the line, and then there's one more piece. In fact, one second. Oh. Oops. All right, there we go. Okay, so we got this is last but not least. I mean, well, but this one, it's not. A lot of people aren't going to be a fan, but it's a cool piece of history. Let's not let the sorry name on the front, determine how we feel about this. But this one has the cool certification card, official PSA. We talked about this. And like I said, it's not the most beautiful thing, but definitely a piece of history. This was signed by Marlin Briscoe. I know it's an ugly, definitely ugly logo, but like I said, a piece of history. This was the first Black NFL quarterback to ever start.
What year was that?
Oh, this was like, I want to say 1968, if I'm not mistaken. But if I'm wrong, I'll come back next week and I will clear that up. But yeah.
Were they still wearing the leather helmets back then?
I think it was pretty old, because when I looked at the footage, it was down there black and white. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was so it was kind of by fluke that this guy started too, because the other quarterbacks got injured and then they got sick, and he was the only one on the roster left. So he ended up starting. And I believe they won that game. And then after that, they made the playoffs, but did not let him play another game after that. So it was kind of crazy incident. But yeah, good piece of history. And this is our giveaway for today.
Sorry, I'm gonna go on a bit of a tangent. Just the way you said did not, the way you emphasized it, kind of gave me shades of Bill Clinton. I did not. I repeat, I did not have sex with that woman.
No sexual relations.
Right.
Yeah. So this will be our giveaway for today. And we got some great things coming up too in the future. It only gets better from these right here. And
I'd be ineligible being that I'm not in the country, right?
Well, I mean, hey, as long as you can get a package to your, you know what I mean? If you win, you definitely, if we can make it to you.
I appreciate it, but like, honestly, man, the shipping fees on your end, it's just give it to someone in the States. It's not.
For sure. It sucks too, because like some of the stuff is not, Raiders, and then it's sucks even worse if it's our division rival. But it's a like I said, it's a cool piece of history to have. Like, I thought it was super cool when I first got it too. And then I'm all about, because there's people that will appreciate it more than I do. As a Raider fan, it's hard for me to appreciate it, but I know there's somebody that just loves cool sports stuff. So I'm just trusting in God that it's going to land in their hands. You know what I mean? Yeah, but
my only I mean, I've got one of these tiny little Raider helmets I keep in my desk just for decoration. You know what I mean? As well as I got this mug that a friend gave to me when she went to Oakland in 2018, I believe. Brought that
Yeah.
back for me as a gift. But I was clearing out my storage area the other day, and
Mhm.
there was once a point in time when I was investing in like cards of players that I like,
Yeah.
specifically rated. You know what I mean? Like I was going on eBay and just like if I had to spend money, it's like, oh, I'll buy a patch order of this player, that player, and I had quite a few. It was mostly guys between 2009 and 2012. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like Raiders from that era. That fun era. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
had DHB, Darren McFadden, Ford, Moore. I think I had some Seymour stuff. But anyways, like I had them all in a box, and somehow, some way, they all got lost in transition over time. I thought I still had those. Last time I remember seeing the box full of said cards was about 2020, 2021.
Yeah.
But anyways, I was clearing out my storage, and I found one card of all the cards that I had, and it's on my desk, and I keep it there till now. And that's this guy.
Oh, nice.
You see it?
Heck yeah. Yeah, I like see, and Jacoby Ford was another one of those, but like
Yeah.
the wide receivers like Jacoby Jones, or not Jacoby Jones. Dang, but rest in peace to Jacoby Jones.
Right. Rest in peace. Super Bowl
Yeah,
winning.
yeah,
Salute, Nate. I see you in the building. Good morning. Good morning.
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm adding people too. I'm not definitely not ignoring the chat or anyone. I'm putting the names in the randomizer too, so we can get this thing
But
going.
Jacoby Ford was he's still one of my favorite Raiders of all time, and hopefully one of these guys can bring back the return game and be the return threat that Jacoby Ford was back in the day.
Yeah,
But in the wide receiving department, he had some really good moments,
yeah,
and that's what I'm hoping Trey Tucker can be in time, or from this season forward. You know what I mean? Like Jacoby Ford didn't have to be the guy. You know what I mean? Like he was that good in situations, spots kind of wide receiver, and he was very good at that, as well as the return game. He was, name a better kickoff returner that we've had in the last 15 years. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's
Um, so yeah, like I'm hoping that's what Trey Tucker can continue to progress and turn into in time.
Afakasi. I'm gonna have you pick the randomizer number, the number of times we click it. You can do 1 to 10 or whatever.
Yeah, 3 times.
Okay, three. There we go. 3 tabs.
Are you gonna do a spinny wheel thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Share screen?
It's not connected. I'm just doing it on my tablet, but I swear I'm definitely keeping it honest, guys. I'm an honest raider.
Can't you
Season
do it
hasn't
on the
started yet.
and just share?
I'm still trying to figure all that kind of stuff because that's what I'm trying to actually work. I'm working with a new system, so I'm trying to figure out how to do all that kind of stuff too. But
Well, if you open up another window and you go to the website that you're doing the randomizer, and then at the bottom here you can click present and then share screen. It's that simple.
oh, let me see. All right, let's see if we can do that. And then just let me know if you can see it.
Yeah. Well, it'll pop up on the screen. Like,
Okay, let me see. And this will give everybody a chance to drop a comment too, so I can add you to the randomizer. In fact, we could do it on here.
have you opened up the web page yet?
Yeah. I'm gonna add the names real quick.
Yeah. And then you just at the bottom of you can see it says mute, stop cam, settings, present, and then you go to present and share screen.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, I've been trying to do it, and then for some reason when I was using the other one, it didn't work, but hopefully with this one it does. Yeah. Let me see. Okay. Come on, please don't be offended if it's capital or I'm just trying to get them on there for now and then I want somebody to win. Oops. Oh my goodness. There we go.
If anybody ever needs like tips on or someone to help them out with StreamYard, I can offer my services at a very low rate of $99.95 per hour.
I think I'll be hitting you up definitely for that.
Not at that rate though. That's too much.
Yeah, I definitely because I'm trying to stream my Madden games and stuff like that too, because that's what I really do a lot of. And I might as well share it with the world too. Anybody can get it.
Where were you people 2 years ago when I was still on the Madden scene?
I know. I'm trying to see. I'm gonna have to get because I'm old school. I still have a PS4. So and then to get NCAA, you have to have a PS5. So I guess I'm gonna have to eventually upgrade. I was actually waiting for my PlayStation to upgrade. I mean to upgrade to go out, but it hasn't gone out yet. Oh, reliable. Okay, let me see. Okay, so I have it in the randomizer. Yep, Rebel.
So
I got you.
Have you got the randomizer opened up in a different tab?
Yeah.
Okay. So go to present. Can you see at the bottom there it says mute, stop cam, settings, present?
Yep, we got slides, extra camera, video files.
Share screen. You want to go share screen. And then you just want to go, the first window is Chrome tab. That's all you want to share is the Chrome tab. You don't want to share like the whole window or whatever.
Okay, Chrome tab.
And then it'll come up covering 3/4 of the screen, and we should be on the left or down at the bottom.
Okay, it says Google Chrome would like to record this computer screen. Oh, that's right. Would like to record this computer screen.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, boom. And then Will and then okay, cool.
You got it?
Yeah, I think so. Bam.
There we go.
Oh, nice.
Business.
Avocasi, man, from all the way here in California and San Francisco, man. I appreciate you so much.
Hold control and scroll with your mouse to zoom in because it's still a little bit.
Oops. Oh wait, there we
hold
go.
the control button.
You talking about right here?
Yep. Hold control and scroll forward with your mouse, so that'll zoom you in. Are you holding the control button?
Yeah. It's not
Or what about Control Plus?
Control Plus. Let me see.
Yeah.
Control Plus. That's not working either.
Are you clicked onto the?
Oopsie. Oops, shit. Oh shit.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Well, look, they can see the names there, but yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, we're in business.
D-Minutes in the building.
I'm not live. I'm not live at the moment. Rated Rebel. I'm just a guest on. Your boy Jason's live at the moment.
Yes, sir. D-Minutes.
Rebel. You've been on my channel before, or is that the other Raiders Rebel? I know there's two of you around.
Yep. D-Minutes is a winner chicken dinner. So we will.
You already did it.
Yeah, I was trying to do what you were saying and I accidentally clicked the spin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Can you guys see it too? Can you see the
D-Minutes?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
That was kind of unceremonious, but
yeah, it kind of I was trying to click and do the whatchamacallit, the control click, and then it tapped it on accident. But all the same, D-Menace, you are a winner today.
A winner or the winner? Are you having more than one?
The winner. It's just one today, but we got one coming up for the first, right before the first game of the season for that Chargers
Ah,
game. Yep,
okay.
we
So,
will be
so
having.
what does your boy D Menace win?
Oh, you get the Marlon Brando. Or sorry, Marlon Brando. The Marlin Briscoe.
What you call him, Marlon Brando?
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
oh goodness. Oh yeah, here we go. See, my cats are
Careful,
supposed
man.
to.
The cat.
Yeah, the cats are supposed to help me out with this stuff. They're supposed to hand me, they hand me the prize like Vanna White,
You
But
gave him the Heisman stiff arm.
yeah,
Get out of the way.
yeah. But the Marlon Briscoe definitely terrible label, terrible logo, but cool piece of history. A good thing to have. Wish it was a different, logo for you, but do with it what you will. But definitely a good piece of history. Check out the story. It's pretty. It is a pretty cool story. So, shout out to D Menace, man. Congratulations. And just hit me up on IG, and then you can just send me your info, and I will mail it right to you.
D Menace, good dude.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Hold on. Well,
Appreciate
Raiders
you.
Rebel, I see your comment. You and the other Raider Rebel need to have like a what's that movie? There can be only one Highlander kind of showdown. Where
Nice.
have you seen that movie Highlander?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
there could be only one. They have like the sword fights and the jewels and shit. Yeah, that's what you and the other Raiders Rebel need to have like a duel, a showdown.
Definitely battle it out. How much for the helmets? Let me see. Well, there's certain ones that I probably won't part with, but if you see something you like, you can definitely hit me up on IG and we could talk about it. We'll talk about it. But there's some that'll be a little harder than others to get rid of. But anything non-Raider related though, we could talk about it. We could definitely talk about it. But like I
There
said,
was sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, I saw someone advertising a Jim Plunkett signed jersey, which was like in my state on the eBay, which if my money situation was a little bit up, I would have put in an offer. Like it wasn't too expensive, but there was that, and someone local is advertising a signed Bruce Irvin jersey, which is kind of cool.
I like Bruce Irvin. I did. I like that. I like that team that we had on D.
Yeah, I fuck with Bruce Irvin.
Yeah. I'm trying to get some more jerseys for the giveaways too, but our next one is going to be a real nice one. It's going to be a full size helmet signed, and you've seen it today, but we'll reveal once we get closer. But yeah, I'm excited for camp and everything we got going on. Excited to see what goes on with our line and just our team. It's we got good things in good places, but there's some questions in some places. But for the most part, we're good. I will always believe in this team until I die. So yep. Miss Arizona, we did the giveaway for today, and it was D Menace. He was our winner for today. So shout to him. Appreciate you watching D Menace. You're always, supporting Raider content creators, and you're always, you always had our back from been A1 since day one, man. So we appreciate you, So from the Raider Nation Jason family to you, enjoy the gift. And like I said, it's a piece of history. When I won it, I actually thought it was a really cool, definitely cool prize. And I thought, it was definitely cool to have a little piece of history. It just, like I said, sucked the team that it was on. But, history is history,
What's up, James? James is in the chat.
Oh, Furbo. Dang, he just missed it, man. Yeah, and I had already did it, but like I said, we're having a big one. So I'll give you guys the announcement now. The live before our first game, we will have a full-size helmet giveaway. You could put this thing on, you could, what I'm saying? You could rock it, you could case it, you could hang it on the wall, whatever you want to do. Give somebody. But it's going to be definitely a good giveaway. And I think the helmet by itself literally is like $400, give or take. So plus the signature, what I'm saying, just adds a little bit more value to it. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys all. And this is going to be a winning season, man. I'm saying it now. And we are going to make the playoffs. So get ready for a long ride this year. And Avocado, oh
Playoffs.
yeah, playoffs. Avocado, man, definitely shout out to people, man. Tell them, what you got going on or
Well, what I got going on in about 5 minutes is I'm gonna hit it to bed. It's like 2 a.m. in the morning, and I gotta get up for some SummerSlam tomorrow morning.
oh yeah.
So there is that. But as for what I got going on the YouTube scene, look, like I see all the names in the chat feed, so I'm not going to give the whole spiel, plug in my channel. Like same people on your side of the fence is on my side of the fence, but there, I see your number one fan, Jay Raiderette. Like she wants to see what I got going on. Afakazi Raider is my channel. I'm just another content creator who talks Raider football from a fan's perspective. I mean, I'm nothing more than a fan. I'm not an analyst. I'm not going to pretend that I am, but I give my takes and try to provide some entertainment, and hopefully people like what they see and come along for the ride. I also do a little bit of gaming, and I do some edited videos as well when I find the motivation. But that's what I got on my side of the fence. But I always appreciate you having me on your side of the fence, Jason. It's always good fun. Always good vibes. And everybody in the chat, James, Rebel, Nate, D Menace, the prize winner for today, gonna win a chicken dinner. You go, Jay, and anyone else, Rafa. Salute to everyone. You'll have yourselves a good evening. Oh, well, shit, it's morning for you. Why am I saying good evening? Oh, it's a good evening for me. Good morning to you guys, or midday for the East Coasters. And one day closer to Raider football. Anyways, take care, gang. I'm gonna get some sleepy sleep.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother. Till the next time. Yeah, man. Shout out to Afakasi, man. Great dude. Love having him on the show. We always have some great takes and great views for the season. Afakasi definitely keeps me on my toes, man. Like it just, keeps everything grounded. Because we get excited, man. We get, because I see Aiden as the starter, pretty much. And I see, unless something goes crazy, I see Minshew, because I will really literally be surprised if Minshew is named the starter, But I mean, like I said, whoever the best person is for the job, man, that's who we want there. So, I'm not biased to one person. It's all about the team. So, whoever is that guy, I just hope that when it's time to show, he shows. So, but like I said, this is, you don't have to hear us talking about nonsense and stuff like that. We got football coming, guys. The 10th, it is real. So I'm excited for it. Can't wait to see it. And this is when we'll finally sort all this stuff out. Then we'll figure out who's doing what, so on and so on. So you guys have seen my collection. Got a small little collection, you know what I mean? But it was a journey to get here. So glad you guys are part of this journey too. You guys are gonna get blessed with more stuff, more items. I'm trying to get some more jerseys and stuff too right now. So I'll have some cool jerseys to give away too, to go along with the helmets too. But like I said, the next one will be a full-size helmet, and it will be given away the live before the first game. All right, so just be excited. If it's possible, I'll try to do it the day of the game, so that way I'll try to do it early, so that way you got something to look forward to before the game. So we might do that. We might do the game day giveaway. I like that, the game day giveaway. All right, so meaning that I will be somewhere on a Sunday morning somewhere. So you will find me on Sunday. All right. So appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. D Menace, salute. D-Menace, go get a lucky lotto ticket, my guy, because you might win, man. You're getting lucky. You're lucky. All right. So Raider Nation, appreciate you. AZ, I'll see you. All right. You guys enjoy, and let's go.
Yeah.